It's always awkward looking back on a quite popular series to a time when it wasn't that popular or not really that good. If you look back on Star Trek, the first and second season aren't really up to the standards of what later seasons would have. Evident by the costuming, which I actually read up. Those things weren't very comfortable to wear and were actually unhealthy to the actors. That's a new way. That's some pretty bad costumes. But still, there are some things that started out really good and have continued to be really good. But, there are some things. So, what do I think of season 1 of Buffy the Vampire Slayer? It's okay. At the most. Yeah, I don't know what the opinion of other people who've seen Buffy the Vampire think of season 1, but for me, it just doesn't really... It's not really that good. It's okay, but I sort of expected more from it. Now, the premise, if you don't know, is a teenager becomes the Slayer, a once in every generation and chosen one who has the ability to fight supernatural threats. Buffy Summers is our protagonist, judging from the title, and she is the Slayer. And she's not really that good a character. Don't misinterpret. She's not a really good character right now. I don't really like her all that much. At first I liked her because she said, screw prophecy, I'm just gonna be okay. I'm just gonna not do this. But all the characters just sort of grated on me. I think this is at the point of the series when all the characters didn't really have very good footing. So they ended up being somewhat stereotypical. The only character I kind of liked was Giles. That's because he's British, I think. And yeah, not really that good. If the only character you're going with is a supporting character. But sometimes that could work. For instance, my favorite character from the entire Avatar The Last Airbender setting is Zuko. And he's a very complex character in an array of very complex characters. But there aren't really the characters in Buffy the Vampire Slayer the first season aren't really that... I don't really like them. I don't like them all that much. I don't know if Joss Whedon wrote the first season, but if he did, how did he write the Avengers? It's not really all that... It's not a very... This really isn't an enjoyable watch, really. The only way I would look up the second season is just to see, does it get better from this? Now, in addition to it is the villain, the Master. And he's not really that strong character. Want a sign of that? He doesn't have a real name. He's just called the Master. Why? Why is he just called the Master? I don't know. Maybe they just wanted to be iconic or something, but really, nowadays, he just... In fact, nowadays, this series really isn't that strong. I mean, back then it was strong because at the time there was a teen drama trend in TV. So, for a series to just go, you know what, teen drama plus vampire killing. That was strong back then, but nowadays you have to have a lot more than a gimmick and a few interesting episodes. In fact, there are a few good moments in this. For instance, there's one moment where the three leads realized that in this supernatural hunting business, this monster slaying business, they are screwed in terms of a love life. They want a normal life? Ha! Wrong profession. Yeah, that's funny. That's really funny. That's how they close the episode. And it was the episode where there was a literal demon in the internet. Sometimes I applaud that series for having something that can only exist in that setting. Other times I just go, what? What is this? This was one of those things. So, really, this really isn't that good. This really isn't that good a series. In fact, the episode that I think is the most weird is something that's right up there with Threshold as the Star Trek Voyager's Threshold as a what the heck episode. And it's where a shape-shifting praying mantis tries to mate with virgins. What the heck? This is a series with a large fan base. What did I get myself into? Anyways, the episode that stands out the most to me is the one where there's the ventriloquist dummy. You know, that one? Looking for a demon who's cutting students open, you know? That's a good episode. That's a good episode, you know? But the rest of them are pretty average. And for the record, it was spoiled to me that Angel was a vampire, so yeah, that's not a good sign. Reputation precedes you, Buffy. Anyways, there's actually something. Actually, I have a theory. Twilight. Hear me out on this. Twilight, a series about a girl going to a backwater town, meeting a vampire, and becoming romantically involved with that vampire, is fanfiction of Buffy. It's Buffy Angel fanfiction right there. And, according to the fanfiction, it sucks. So, yeah. I'm not saying that fanfiction is automatically suck. I'm saying that it is common in practice that fanfiction will suck if interpreted to some... if, say, it's a Hollywood blockbuster. Yeah, that's not good. Not that good. So yeah, this series, weird. I don't know the fans' opinion of this series, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was low this season. But I wouldn't be surprised if it's low. But if this is the best the series got, and everything is downhill from there, then this is gonna get really bad. I'm sorry, but I don't really have a high opinion of Buffy the Vampire Slayer right now. It's probably gonna get good later on, but unless things really change, then I'm not convinced. Also, most annoying character I've ever seen, Cordelia, from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Reason? I invented the term, take a shot at Cordelia, and I say it very often when watching scenes with her in it. Reason? Cordelia sounds like it's an alcoholic beverage. Correct? So, take a shot at Cordelia whenever she screams. I don't even know why she's in there. There's no purpose. Another pointless character, Xander. He's only there because, well, it was starting to get kind of a reverse sausage fest in the character department, so they just said, token male character! And just threw him in there. Something tells me that he's going to be the damsel in distress most of the series. That's from the episode with weird praying mantis. And it's just from seeing the praying mantis thing. And the worst part of the season is it ends very unclimactically. One episode as its season finale, not even a two-parter, and it's really, it's small. It's not really. It starts out as an average episode, but then kind of gets. It's trying to be big, but it really isn't. Not that climactic. I guess it's because I'm so used to bigger stuff. But really, if this is how you're going to end your storyline with the Master, you could have done better. So Buffy the Vampire Slayer is part of my exploitation into the 90s somewhat. I'm probably not gonna get any comic books from there, because I've heard that the 90s suck as far as comic books go. So, yeah. Oh, by the way, I'm getting over a cold, so that's why I've been sniffing. The last time I tried to do this review, I kept blowing my nose on camera. It was disgusting. That coupled with the length, and I couldn't really upload it. Doing all this from my iPad. So yeah. What the heck? Buffy isn't really that strong a series as far as the first season goes. Will this change? Probably. But until then, I got a low opinion of it.